If you thought I was going to take an L from Vice, you've got another thing coming. Of course, what we were doing last night on the stream was totally and 1000% transformative. I knew that we'd end up beating that strike that just came out of nowhere. Listen, it's a YouTube video. I'm reacting to it, just like we're going to be reacting to this right here. So if you like this type of content, please, every Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday, we do those streams, and they are so much fun. Good turnouts, especially yesterday, given all the technical difficulties. Mostly just YouTube holding gigantic L's, but hey man, if you like this, come through. It's a hell of a good time. A bunch of funny people are in the chats at all times, and yeah, I can't highly recommend it enough. But with all of that said, there was 2 pieces of good information getting that strike reversed, because hey man, that's fantastic. I didn't want to stop the momentum, and especially, you know, given the Leah Thomas video that just went up, a very good momentum on the channel, so shout out to you guys for that. That's all your guys' work. I just find the stories and report on them, so shout out to you guys. And also, I'm not going to dox you or anything like that. No, of course not. I got, I almost think that it's a mistake or something like that on the local side of things. That's all I'll say in regards to that, because obviously the person, you know, wants to stay behind the scenes and tried to find and tried to reach out in any other form or fashion, but I seen it, and I had to do like a double, triple, quadruple take. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I know your name. I still have the email and all that stuff. Feel free to reach out wherever you can if you want to. And if not, if it's just one of those fly-by-night things, just make sure that you, if you don't want to make sure that it's recurring, that there's a certain way that you just chop that off. So yeah, it's just a month. But thank you very much. I've had family members who aren't even that generous on Christmas or my own birthdays as that you've done. It's shocking. Absolutely shocking. But thank you very much. I know that that kind of sounds just a little bit underwhelming, but wow, when you're just shocked, and I don't know if that means that I'm resonating with some people, but hey, shout out to you guys. Without you guys, none of this stuff is possible, and especially to everybody over on locals. Like, I gotta update this shit here anyways, but I put up a poll for all of the stream topics. If you guys want to talk about something specifically, yo, just feel free to drop links, drop videos, drop topics, subjects that you guys want to discuss over there for the Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday streams. Then yeah, I've got a few ideas, and I know that we're going to be running through them in very short fashion. And if this subject right here that we're going to be talking about, I keep pointing to the other direction, because, you know, hey, on my screen it's over there, but in camera side it's over here. If this situation elevates any further, but I also listened to Crowder earlier this morning, and it sounds like he's not taking the bait as much as Candace really wants him to. Oh man, I've always been kind of Candace agnostic when it comes to her type of content. Listen, I've seen her come up through the ranks, you know, transition from being red pill black to going on Joe Rogan, having a heated debate with Blair White, who, of course, the dude ended up coming out on top on that one. And then, yeah, just kind of doing her thing. Like, she did the whole Blexit thing, and it seems to be fairly successful. Putting Ye on, you know, hey, widening his appeal, I guess. I don't know who is doing more for the other, but at least standing up for easy issues, which is also should be a hallmark of Daily Wire, because yeah, they're incredibly good at crushing the simple things that they need to do in order to appeal to their tradcon base. Crushing cans is their bread and butter. That's why they're so vociferously behind Ron DeSantis, and that's why they all just, you know, have the stink face on whenever Trump comes around. But this situation with Steven Crowder, okay, him putting his divorce on blast, and at time of recording, Fresh and Fit are about to do their podcast, and I'm very interested to see what Myron will add on top of that, even though I think that there's going to be a lot of parallel thinking if you want to see my take on the divorce itself and how Crowder kind of has to hold the L on this situation. No, you can't just give your marriage up to the church. No, a female nature, regardless of how it's delivered, is still going to be there. The hardware might be different, but the software remains the same. And that's kind of what we're going to find out here with Candace as well. But when you're a workaholic, you better make sure that you pick a chick who's going to be down with that 1000%. If she says, yeah, no, that'll be nice, because when you eventually get to the top, then we can start to go on vacations. Those are big, gigantic red flags. Just because you guys are each other's first, I think, at least on Crowder's side. I'm not too sure about the ex-Mrs. Crowder side, but she was also a model. He ran right through that red light. But yes, a more in-depth take on that is yesterday. It's doing pretty good. It's the second video that was released yesterday. So it's the one, if you want, it would have been all the way up in one of those iCards above my head if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on Supreme Chad Omega Great Rumble, well, just scroll back in the feed a little bit, a couple videos ago. Yeah, no, that'll get you all hooked up there if you want a more complete breakdown on that. But this is Candace Owens's clapback. She did a show, like I called it at the time, because we had the Twitter exchange that came out, and then she also recorded a show afterwards. And I listened to a little bit of this earlier today, and good thing I did it while I was lifting, because oh boy, I had some rage in me when I was listening to this. It's an 11-minute long clip. I've got it sped up a little bit, and I don't know if there's a little bumper at the end, but I know that it was taken out of her grander show, and she put this out just earlier today. But the ratio, I don't have that extension. I know I could download it or whatever, but it has, at time of recording, 12,500 views. Okay, so it's doing fairly well. Well, given the fact that this is a 1.5 million sub channel, I don't know. But the likes are only at 2,500, so I don't know how well received this is. Just taking a look at the comment section, it's just a bunch of tradcuck boomers that are just subscribed to Daily Wire. Yo, so Steven Crowder shouldn't have got divorced. It wasn't his choice. And there's a lot of there's a lot of word twisting that I seen in just a little bit that I watched. So that's why we're going to be doing this video right here. Hopefully, I'm really hopeful that this is the end of this little saga that's right here. Not because, I don't really care about the inner workings about people's relationships. Hopefully, Crowder learns from this experience, and he just, I don't know, gains more experience and learns female nature a little bit more, fully, and people finally see Candace Owens for the absolute conservative grifter that she is. So without further ado, I'm gonna strap on the earphones and oh boy, brace for impact. This is I'm hoping that we can stay monetized, because boy was I was screaming certain words that start with a C and end with a T in my head when I was listening to this. Woo, it's gonna be tough, guys. I don't want to poison the well. Maybe she has some good points that preceded, or actually, followed up after the 2-something minutes I was listening to. So, oh boy.
So first up, let's talk about Steven Crowder. A lot of you guys
have subtitles on, and it's also going to be 1.25 speed. So if you don't like it, well, I'll have the link to the source material in the comment in the description there. So feel free to click through it on that. But yeah, no, this is what we're going to be doing mostly, so we can just get through it so I don't bite my tongue off.
Have probably seen his live stream this morning where he brings me up. So we're going to have to respond to that, obviously, because he makes some pretty heavy implications and insinuations in his video that are so patently false that it's shocking to me that a man with his following would be stupid enough to put this onto a platform. So
it's interesting. It's interesting because she takes because yeah, she was blasted front and center. The only clip that ran during his opening monologue, and the way that she poisons the well to begin with, instead of saying, there's a couple of issues that we need to clean up here. No, I wasn't extorting him or anything like that. No. She says that he's stupid and retarded, and everybody who follows him, you're just equally as complicit if you don't completely denounce his actions. Interesting take.
Let's first back this up in case you don't know who Steven Crowder is. It's totally plausible. He sort of lives on the internet. Steven Crowder.
See, I have a much more well-rounded life, unlike him, because, he's just off and he's not on Daily Wire Island, so you might not know who he is. He's the single largest political entity online. He just kind of lives online. Bitch, he's been out at, like I said, this is going to get real fucking spicy very, very quickly. But no, he goes out and he tours. He tours his comedy acts, okay? Like, before he came back on the show, yeah, he was out there hitting up different cities. Oh yeah, and by the way, it's him. He runs his show, he writes the scripts, he does the research. You just dress yourself and then just read from a teleprompter from a whole host of production staff that you have right there at the Daily Wire. It's a completely different thing, and you can kind of understand, and that's another thing that I highlighted in the other video as well. Crowder's a workaholic. He works every single day, takes very few days off. Unlike Candace, who just kind of shows up, gets everything paid for by herself. Oh, see that she has a different background, because you remember, she had the Daily Wire's version of The View kind of set up. She had a whole panel show, and where did that go? It was put behind the paywall, but nobody was paying for it. So now just, yeah, go out on YouTube and do just one of these cookie cutter Daily Wire podcasts. The only thing that's missing is the fake mic.
Is somebody who has a show called Louder with Crowder, who had something very terrible happen to him at the end of last year. The Daily Wire came to him with a $50 million term sheet. He was offered
What a fucking bitch. Oh my. See, this is the first time that it came to my head, and it's just right there at the front. Oh, it wants to come out so fucking bad. But, oh, he had something very terrible come to him. Yeah, he looked at the term sheet. He asked for clarification on it. Never once in his first video, before you guys brought it up and before you went on your Spurgfest on Timcast, which we might have to look at if this goes any further, but she was the first one to ever bring up Crowder's name and then say that, no, I don't have a shitty contract like that. No, I'm not just beholden to all of big tech censorship policies. Now she's going to go ahead and conflate that by saying that, no, he brought up Daily Wire first. No, bitch. We have fucking short-term memory when it comes to this stuff, and we seem to remember and recall all that. Oh, boy.
$50 million. I know, horrible, terrible. He was so upset by this that he then decided to do a video in which he calls out essentially all of the Daily Wire hosts, myself.
That's wrong. That is patently wrong. You're a liar. You're an absolute liar. He does not do that at all in either of the videos. Fuck, they're still up on the internet. You can go take a look. The first thing that he does is he takes the offer sheet in his first video that's up there and says, okay, these are the contracts that I've seen through many different conservative outlets. All of the different ones, I blotted out any of the identifying information. Here's what they have right there. And you wonder why all of these commentators sound exactly the same. Here's the problem with the system. How is that? Oh my God, look what Ben Shapiro's doing. Matt Walsh is a bit of a grifter. Oh, Candace Owens, she truly is insufferable. Well, you know, 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Included for accepting slave-like contracts. These were the very heavy implications of that video.
Heavy implications. Once again, she's twisting words. It's, oh, we're only a minute in. Oh, boy.
His followers needed to stop Big Con, talking about how we're all existing and we're kowtowing. And of course, we responded forcefully to this because it's simply not true. The idea.
Yeah, listen, we all didn't get, we didn't sign all of those offer sheets because, you know what, hey, we're smart business people and we're not, retroactively looking at that going, well, we had to do it because, well, there was no other offers that were out there. Because who came out to the defense? Okay, Ben Shapiro went on this, oh my God, I just can't believe that his friends would treat each other like that. I thought facts didn't care about your feelings there, old little fucking hat boy. And then, yeah, Candace Owens went on her fucking multi-day-long Spurgfest. Even Michaela Peterson, okay, the sock puppet, the operator behind her father at this point in time, said that, oh no, Daily Wire has a totally different situation for Jordan Peterson. Yeah, exactly, because Jordan Peterson doesn't need the Daily Wire, and yeah, he can negotiate different terms, but when there's an offer sheet that's out there, if Crowder just would have looked at that and went, yeah, oh, okay, good, great, wonderful, fantastic, fire it back, they would have made that the contract, you disingenuous.
That I'm somehow in bed with big tech or that I'm dishonest in what I do simply because we didn't accept, I guess, his counter offer to the $50 million contract.
Yo, look at all the tells that she's doing, okay? She's just enunciating the end of her inflammatory statements. Why don't you believe me? Eyes wide open. Oh, and then, yeah, just accusatory in her tone. Ooh.
Really ridiculous. Now, why are we talking about him again? Well, in closing back in January, I essentially said that we were no longer going to talk about Steven Crowder, and I instead offered that people should pray for him because obviously...
Yeah, it's because you're just trying to employ, shout out Kevin Samuels, Shaming, insult, guilt need to be right. So you're just trying to guilt his audience into a situation where, oh, he's just going through a lot right now. I know what's going on behind the scenes, but he's going through a lot right now. So you guys just need to pray for him. Just trying to shame him and guilt his audience at the same time. We see this time and time again.
When a man does something like that, he is broken. You don't do something like that to your friends unless there was some...
He didn't do it first, you revisionist history. Oh, it's right
there. Going on in your personal life.
Tip of my tongue.
Well, Steven Crowder announced this morning that he is going through a divorce, and I want to show you bits of that video. Take a listen.
It's just mostly
to take a moment here to address some issues out there that are circulating. It's never fun, but well, I guess let me be clear here. I have been living with a proverbial boot on my neck for going on years now. Since 2021, I've been living through what has increasingly been a horrendous divorce. Now, let me say on the...
Okay, I know that because I watched a little bit of this, she picks that out of context, okay? He's talking about, I'm dealing with this catastrophic divorce that is shaking him to his core. That's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about.
Outset, to be clear, there is no infidelity, any kind of physical abuse at all on either side. And no, this was not my choice.
Okay, so you got the clip in totality right there, okay? He's been dealing with this divorce since the end of 2021, okay? No infidelity, his wife felt like she didn't want to do this anymore, okay? I dug through all of the reasons that could have been in my previous video. No need to really elaborate on that, but take a look how Candace takes this. I could not believe this. I legitimately was shocked when I heard this take on this.
Okay, so in the open, you get it. Steven Crowder is a victim. Once again, he's always a martyr for his belief. He's always a victim. And this time, it's the proverbial boot on the neck. He's literally George Floyd. So the idea...
Could you fucking... I was astounded when I heard that. I had to turn it off. That's about as far. This is about as far as I got, because it's like, you can't be serious. He's coming forward with saying, yeah, I'm going through a divorce right now. My wife initiated the divorce, and yeah, it's been a lot on me. And she's trying to say, oh, he's playing the victim. What the fuck are you talking? Oh my... I'm at a loss for words at how astoundingly stupid you are. Like, I've always gleaned that from whenever I've listened to a Candace Owens interview, but I've never seen it play out like this in real time. This is atrocious. Holy.
Here, you just need to feel really bad for Steven Crowder right away because he's got a boot.
Yeah, oh, you have to feel really bad for him right away. He's saying, here's what I'm going through. He's not eliciting, you know, he's not rattling the tin cup for donations, or I'm sorry, the leftist tears tumbler, which was modeled right after Steven Crowder's mug, you bunch of grifting fucks.
On his neck. Let's see what else he said.
So if you're familiar with the idea of extortion, then you know the feeling well.
I totally cut out a big segment that was on there. And again, you can watch the full 5 minutes, just about 6 minutes in totality on the previous video. That's right there. He moves ahead to, yeah, okay. So if you feel, if you know the feeling of extortion, if you know the feeling of extortion because other people know information that you don't necessarily want leaked out to the public, then you understand that you can't quite go as hard as you want to without somebody else leaking that information. That's why he's coming out ahead of it with this.
Now, some of these threats were so thinly veiled that I'm frankly surprised you didn't all guess immediately.
Steven has a lot going on.
Just a bitch. But anyways, no, like I said in the other video as well, it's like, wow, he kept that incredibly under wraps. Like I had, as somebody who watches Crowder, well, especially just about every video, or just about, yeah, every episode that he's done since he's come back, and a lot of this stuff in the lead up to leaving the Blaze, I never would have thought about that at all whatsoever. And then, yeah, even still, like he said, if this has been going on since the end of 2021, I had no idea for the better part of the year. Like, he did a great job, but now he got Candace out here. And like I said before, it makes a whole lot of sense if a bunch of bad faith actors, just people trying to use their moral superiority in order to just gloss over any sort of criticism. Oh, Daily Wire's overreacting. Our boss, Jeremy Boring, overreacting to the situation. Oh, no, that wasn't it wasn't us just completely face planting right into the mud. No, it's Crowder. What are you talking about? Liars.
That's the best way to say it. He has a lot going on, and that should be clear because people don't do stuff like this if there's not a lot going on in their lives. I would like to implore my audience and everybody that isn't paying attention to the situation not to condemn him, but to pray for him. Sometimes people need a prayer. Sometimes people need a scripture. You know, Steven purports to be a Christian. I am unsure.
Yeah, calling his faith into question. Oh, he needs a prayer. He purports to be a Christian. Bitch, you've been on his fucking show before. You know that he is very proudly and very forthright with his faith. Oh, he purports to be a Christian, but Christians don't get divorced.
Or at this moment, if it is my place to say more than that, you know, maybe.
See, okay, that's the part that I took out of context. Oh, that's what really triggered something in my head at the time. When I heard that, it's like, okay, yeah, she knows that she has something to weaponize that's out there. Oh, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. I know what's going on. It's not my place to say anymore because he hasn't said anything yet. He's getting divorced. He's getting divorced. La, 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 la. He's going to lose custody of his kids. Ha, 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 ha.
If I feel in further defense, something should be said, or maybe if I feel that the public has a right to understand certain circumstances.
That is blackmail tactics. That's extortion tactics. As somebody who loves himself some mob movies, as you can see right there, I know extortion tactics when I fucking see them. That's what that is right there.
Oh, my children have a right to privacy.
Yeah.
Now, some other issues have been, or I should say, inferences have been more pernicious behind the scenes with demands and threats to use this information that they believe would be so publicly embarrassing to me and my wife in a difficult time that it could be used, knowingly putting my children in harm's way. So to those self-styled Christians, conservatives, and allies...
Turnabout's fair play.
Well, not in my book. Now, if you find yourself, I don't want to get into details, so this is going to likely be the only time I have to address this or want to address this. If you're asking yourself, hey, did X person or did Y person know? The answer is likely yes.
So much that I want to say here. First and foremost, if you're a person...
Let's see if you can actually get anything straight, though, and anything honest, because, okay, full context there. You know, good on the producers for that, but let's see how she immediately twists this. I haven't seen this so far, so if I just rage out when it comes to this one, well, you're warning ahead of time.
...that watches his show, how do you not see that he is so obviously acting and that he is a very bad actor? Do you feel bad?
Oh, wow. No, he's lying about this situation. It couldn't possibly be me. You know, he ran the tape on that and then just immediately came out and said, there's reasons I want to keep this behind the scenes. Yeah, throwing out the kids as a defense by saying that my kids have a right to privacy. Well, that's a part of it, but, oh, okay, cool. Saying that he's a bad actor. That is the defense of somebody who doesn't have any ground to refute any of the claims that they're attempting to. That is, wow, I'm at a loss for words at just how terrible, how bad faith this is. The video is called Steven Crowder is a bad actor, but we only see one bad actor here so far.
Bad for him when he says that. When he says, if you're familiar with the idea of extortion, well, if you are familiar with the idea of extortion, you should realize that that video that he just showed of me wasn't that. Nobody threatened him. Nobody made demands behind closed.
I know some things that I'm not at liberty to say right now. Did you not watch it? Do you think that we're all maybe your audience doesn't quite grasp that, yeah, there's a thing called a past, and you have a fairly extensive one that people can go take a look at, and yeah, no, everything's just all playing out the exact same way. No, Social Autopsy wasn't a blacklist where you could just, you know, make a running tally of everything that anybody's ever said so that they could use it back on them in the future. No, it's not like that at all. And what are you doing right now? Well, you're just trying to rewrite history in real time.
Doors. His insinuation that I knew about his divorce before he decided to attack the Daily Wire is a...
He didn't... Oh my God. I'm so tired of hearing that shit. He didn't attack Daily Wire, you retard. Every single fucking time that he went on an interview show, he was asked specifically about that situation, and he gave praise to everybody, saying that Ben Shapiro is one of the smartest people that he's ever met. Andrew Klavan's like a friend to him, and Jordan Peterson is a great mentor, and he didn't badmouth anybody. All he said that the contract sheet, the offer sheet that was out there was just, hey man, this is the reason that the situation for conservatives is what it is right now. He's trying to do something different. All you can do is just, run back all of the different interviews that are out there. The one that he did on Timcast, the one that he did for PBD. You can take a look at every single time he sat down with somebody, and he's very consistent with his views and his opinions on this shit. You, on the other hand, are trying to be the most disingenuous fuck that I've ever seen in my entire life. Holy shit.
Pointed lie. Let me tell you what actually went on behind the scenes. Steven Crowder on election night was our friend. He was on the backstage with all of us, laughing, having a great time. He even sent me a retrospectively very flirty message thereafter on Instagram.
Me too. What did he say? Because I remember watching that, because he was put on Rumble there for a second. Daily Wire came out and they were all doom and gloom. This was before all the final results were coming out, because of course they are. They're just tradcons. It's like, we should have got away from MAGA Republicans. We should have had better candidates. It's like, okay, cool. Why didn't you guys put up anybody better? Oh, right, because you don't actually have any solutions. All you have is, yes, the same fear-mongering tactics that has killed off cable news, but trying to spin it for a new audience. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, Crowder came on, and yeah, you can go run it back. It's one of the biggest live streams. I think it is still the biggest live stream to ever have happened on Rumble. 370 odd thousand people turning out for it. Yeah, a lot of people seen it, and he said that, yeah, all of you guys look, kind of goofy, but Candace is over there, and she's looking good. She's outclassing the rest of you guys. Interesting, but what's this mythical DM that he sent that was, in retrospect, kind of flirty? Okay, as Crowder is, yes, a devout Christian. He is a man of the cloth. He has his faith that's out there. He knows very well, just like everybody else, that you're married. He wasn't trying to flirt with you, you absolute dingbat.
About how nice I looked on election night, even though I didn't respond to it.
Oh, he sent me a DM by saying, oh, congratulations on your guys' big show. You looked very good. He said that on air, you... Oh!
Thereafter, obviously, he attacked the Daily Wire. He decided to record his friend, Jeremy Boring, and to release the recording out of...
Yeah, why does anybody have closed-circuit security cam footage? Okay, I'm sure your house, you probably don't have any security that's there. No, of course not. Oh, you recorded your friend. Your friend was acting in bad faith. Your friend released a, an hour-long video playing the fucking victim? If you want to take a look at playing the victim, take a look at that Jeremy Boring video. Oh my God, this is... Wow, we're halfway through, huh?
Context to make it seem like Jeremy Boring knows that he's employing all of us like we're slaves, right? This is what Steven Crowder did.
You're retarded. This is the most bad faith thing that I've seen in a very, very, very long time.
Had a right to respond forcefully to all of his claims. We all did that on our different platforms. And then I said to myself, just sitting there one day, why is he doing this? It's a very simple question. And
maybe you should have just ran back the tape and wondered, oh, is he actually doing this, or am I misinterpreting the situation? Nope, everybody else has to be wrong. I'm right in this situation, fucking Principal Skinner.
An obvious question that any person would ask. This is not normal behavior. It's very erratic to go from being friends with somebody, being with them on election night, laughing, having a great time, to suddenly wanting to ruin their entire company and launching Stop Big Con. It's bizarre behavior.
Oh my God, literally, just go back and watch the first fucking video, Ooh.
I turned to my husband and I said, where's his wife in all of this? Isn't she so supposedly a Christian? I'm just thinking about the way that I talk.
Shaming language. Again, what is she actually refuted from Crowder? No, I didn't do that. He doesn't have a wife anymore. Nah.
About everything in my life with my husband. Every night I'm talking to him about what's going on at work.
Apparently does a very shitty job.
I thought to myself, where is Hillary Crowder in all of this? How did she not tell him?
Yo, what the fuck? Yeah. I didn't even know her name. Whenever she came on, the show, like, I don't remember anything specifically, but it's like, well, why would you dox her? Why would you dox her? I thought you're supposed to be the moral high ground on this one.
Not to do something this vicious and this disgusting. And then I said to my husband, I bet they're not even together. I logged.
How could you possibly jump to that logical conclusion? How could you do that?
Onto Instagram and I found Hillary Crowder's Instagram account and I looked to see, and it turned out that she didn't follow Steven Crowder and that Steven Crowder didn't follow her. He didn't follow anybody in her family. And
this is why you need to gatekeep all of your institutions, because this petty bitch shit ends up falling into it. And yeah, because I seen at least some scuttlebutt that Ben Shapiro was talking about the situation. I couldn't find anything about it. The only person that's taken this ever so fucking personally and tried to spin it as, hey guys, look at me, I'm trying to defend the company, is this drama. Ooh, I was about to say a bad word. A drama queen. We'll go with that.
And she wasn't following anybody in his family. That was my aha moment. Clearly, there was some sort of a separation. Now,
could you imagine caring about something like that so much where you just, I don't know, check followers? Holy fuck. Again, yeah, you want to say, oh, what's Crowder's wife doing in this situation? Yo, why does your husband allow you to have so much excess emotion? Sounds like he's not doing his job either.
This might sound like crazy CIA stuff, woman stuff. It's exactly what happened. I then
yeah, it is bitch shit.
Spoke to Jeremy at the Daily Wire and I said, do you think that him and his wife are potentially separated? And he said, no. Obviously, it's his friend.
That's fantastic. Oh yeah, obviously it's his friend, but then I hate this so much.
He would have known whether or not they were separated, except he didn't. He actually had no idea if they were separated either.
Wow, imagine maybe it's like your assertion that, oh, these guys were just like super tight and why would he blast his friend? I don't know. Maybe because it's, get this, fucking business.
Finally, we decided in conclusion, Jeremy advised, that we just stay out of it, that this is actually not our business, but at least it actually felt good to learn that he was going through something privately because it assigned some reason for something.
Did you guys catch that? Oh, it's so nice. It's like we all can't be wrong in this situation. We couldn't have possibly taken this in an emotional level. Thank God he's going through something in his private life
that he did that was so horrific and so irrational to his friends. And finally we said, okay, this is a broken man. This is what I was thinking. This is a broken man who is on some sort of a spiral. It is likely his divorce that led to this moment. He's acting erratic, he's acting panicked, and this at least gives us some sort of an excuse for why he behaved this way.
Why was everybody taken off guard by the fact that Crowder was getting divorced? Why does this come like a shot out of the dark from just about everybody that's out there? Okay, everybody who views his show, never at all seen this coming, but you can go ahead and you can draw all of those assumptions because, oh, I didn't know anything. All I did was some Instagram checking. Fuck you.
That's it. That's the big scary story. I then went onto my platform and I said, pray for Steven Crowder, honestly, because that's what he needs. He needs a prayer. And apparently...
Yeah, you didn't think that that would all at all come off as, you know, high and mighty and, you know, just one of those heathens pray in public moments where, oh, he needs the Lord right now. No, you just need to run back the tape, you fucking tard.
Nobody's answering those prayers right now because he's still acting erratic. He's now upping the ante and suggesting that I extorted him. I will...
No, he did. Again, you just played the clip. Fuck.
Not take that lightly, okay? I am not Hillary Crowder. I am not anybody in his family. I am not going to take somebody going onto his platform and alleging that I either harassed, threatened, or did anything that would put his children at risk. That is very serious stuff that he is saying. And so what I did this morning after this clip was sent to me is I contacted a defamation lawyer and I am sending Steven Crowder a cease and desist. And I'm going to demand a full-throated retraction to the idea that Candace Owens threatened him or extorted him. And not
wow. Can you believe this? Somebody who can't fucking listen. Oh, I'm sending out a cease and desist because it's absurd that he said that I was extorting him. Bitch, again, listen. You'd save yourself thousands of dollars in legal fees, you litigious.
Not that I simply did a little math. 1 + 1 = 2. A crazy man doing these sorts of things to his friends.
This is very defamatory. Oh, he's crazy. He's erratic. Meanwhile, you can't actually see any of that. What are you talking...
Obviously means that something is going on personally. Honestly, this time, I'm not even going to suggest that anybody should pray for him. I am so deeply troubled by the idea that he is trying to insert me into this narrative pertaining to his divorce. I'm frankly angry about this. So I'm going to hope that he does the right thing, okay? That he does another one of his live feeds on the exact same platform and via...
Yeah, of course you do, because your show is frankly quite dead without this type of drama. That's why you're spurging out so hard about it. This is, wow, this is unbelievably terrible.
The exact same medium and offers me an apology and takes back every single word that he says. And
like what? Again, it's just if you take this assertion to a lawyer, he's going to look at you and go, well, I can write it up, but it's not going to be legally enforceable. You're out of your fucking mind.
And by the way, if you think that that's bad, here's how he decided to end this clip pertaining to his divorce.
It's pretty simple. I loved a woman so much that I married her. A woman who, despite all of this, I still love as the mother of my children. Yeah. And she wanted something else for her life.
Okay, yeah.
That's not my choice. She simply wanted out, and the law says that that's how it works. Now, of course...
What's wrong with that so far? Again, yeah, she didn't want to be married anymore to somebody who works a lot or whatever her other reasons for it is, which we're probably never going to know, and that's totally fine. That's their business. That's over there. But we see what people do when they have certain information. Oh, I didn't know about this, but I did some internet searching, and then I ascribed a motive to it. You knew. You fucking knew.
Look, I get it. There are multiple sides to every story, but one thing that is undeniable, in this case, that's no one's fault but my own, in that I picked wrong.
Yeah.
I picked wrong.
Holy... Oh, wow. That was about the closest that I've ever come to just screaming at the top of my lungs. I picked... Yes, that's what happens, you disingenuous bitch. Holy fuck. This makes me hate her so much.
Wow. How kind. How loving. You really must have loved this woman, Steven Crowder. Again, I don't know.
Does she not listen? Like, is she that fucking stupid? Does she not Did she just not hear that? I loved a woman so much that I married her, and I still love her as the mother of my children. But that relationship's over. What is he supposed to do? Cry himself to sleep every night in order to fulfill your fantasy that he's somehow a broken man? Holy this is terrible. I thought it was going to be bad, but this is, wow, this is subatomically stupid.
Who's buying your act anymore. I certainly haven't bought it from the very beginning. It's very obvious to me exactly what you are. You come across to me as a very dishonest individual. It seems to me, Stephen, that you...
Nice cut that you had right there. Holy fuck. The only reason... We're going to take a look at some of the view counts. We'll see what her show's doing, because there's no reason that anybody's going to fucking spurg out this hard if it wasn't for the fact that their channel's probably in a death spiral and is definitely a gigantic anchor around the very, very weak neck of Daily Wire.
Really, for whatever reason, want to insert me into this narrative. Like, there is just...
He played one fucking clip and didn't address you directly. All he said was, yeah, there are some people that know some stuff. And yeah, if funnily enough, did you play that clip? I can't remember, but even Crowder said, it's like, yeah, if you think somebody knew about it, chances are, yes, they did. So, no, she's trying to play stupid, ascribe malice to Crowder, which has zero basis. Like, we just watched the clip and you're trying to gaslight us in real time.
Something about me that you are hyper-focused on. And so I want to help you a bit.
Oh, everybody just wants to fuck me. This is really the AOC of the right here, okay? Oh, clearly you just want something from me. Oh, you sent me a flirty DM. If you actually had it, why didn't you show it on screen? You had the different clips that were running. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't respond to it. Still would have had it, right? No? Oh, you didn't want to put it up there because it would actually make you look bad. Fucking liar, dude.
And really, I want to help your wife, because you essentially just used your platform. Millions of people have access to your platform. She doesn't have the same. To insult her. You picked the wrong woman, okay?
Yeah, the relationship and the marriage didn't work out. That's what happened. Oh, I've heard where this goes, and I might scream.
So here's what I would like to do. I would like to invite Hillary Crowder onto my platform, because she doesn't have one, and because her ex-husband apparently just used his to insult her, to say that he picked the wrong woman. I find that to be really despicable. So Hillary Crowder, if you are watching, you are more than welcome to come on my show and to talk about what's
What a fucking bitch. Legitimately. Fuck you. Fuck Candace Owens. Fuck her to the moon and back. Despicable, horrible human being. You don't even listen to the clips that you're reacting to. All you need to do is just try to drum up drama, you fucking lying bitch. Holy shit.
Going on, because as I said, I don't trust a single word that comes out.
Yeah, look at you. Yeah, I'm gonna smile because I'm gonna make your life a living hell. And it's like, they kept it under wraps for over a year at this point in time. They didn't let it leak to anybody else, but then all of a sudden they think that you're going to go ahead and, you know, go on your fucking worthless show and then just try to spill all the fucking tea, you grifting bitch.
Out of Stephen's mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately...
Fuck you. Absolutely fuck you, because we got some shit. I want to run these numbers, because yeah, you take a look right here. Okay, 1.57 million followers on this channel, and okay, yep, just refreshed it and all that stuff. 30,000 views, 2.6k likes, doing fan-fucking-tastic. Stephen Crowder is a bad actor. Everybody else is fucking lying. No, let's take a look. Let's see what she's doing. What is she doing? Okay, so this one has 30,000 views. Cleopatra is blackwashed. Okay, that one just got released. Okay, we can take a look. Yep. Yeah, Sickened by Lizzo. Yeah, 68,000 as opposed to, yeah, when did that one go live? So yeah, 140,000, yeah, when you put his name in there. Bud Light, everybody's doing Bud Light videos. Okay, so that totally makes sense, but no, yeah, 32,000 on clips, 66,000 on clips. So yeah, Brad Paisley joins the propaganda effort, 38,000. You need this. You need this drama for attention. Holy shit, man. No, nobody better ever recommend her as a voice of reason, because that was one of the most despicable fucking things I've ever seen in my entire life. I would say shame on her, but it's clear that she doesn't have any fucking shame. Gross. So with all that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.